You must have heard about Apple's plans to manufacture iPhones in India. The iconic iPhone seems to be coming to India and be made in India finally. Most of the brands are already in India, and iPhone is probably the last big brand to come to India and manufacture in India. Definitely exciting news for most people, but if you look deeper into it, you'll be shocked what Apple really intends to do. Before we get into details what Apple's real manufacturing plans are for India, let's try to understand what really happens right now. So we visited factories in Noida, in Rudrapur and Aurangabad. So these are the places where large portions of mobile manufacturing happens in India. So when we visited these factories, we were expecting that there would be some level of manufacturing taking place. But what we saw was that every little component that goes into the mobile phone was actually simply imported from China and Taiwan. And in these factories, they were just putting them together, soldering them, and putting them into boxes after testing them. So the real manufacturing was not really there, and it was just a screwdriver job. However, this creates overall value addition of about 5%. At least the assembly is happening in India, and they're also sourcing some parts such as the chargers, the batteries, and the headphones from local suppliers. Apple seems to be going one step down. What Apple is asking the government for is exemption of duties on all components, which means they want to import every little component, including batteries, chargers, and headphones, from places like China. If they start doing that, every little component happens to be made in China, and the local value addition will go down to 1%. So can we really call Apple iPhone made in India? Definitely not. It's barely even assembled in India. If you have a large portion of components pre-built, everything is there, and basically there's no manufacturing. Then why is Apple really doing that? One of the reasons is Apple wants to set up stores in India. To set up stores in India, the FDI norms says you need to have 30% local outsourcing. If Apple sets up this manufacturing facility offering just 1% value addition, it can actually claim that 100% of the products that it's selling in these stores are made in India, which is actually not true. But it'll still get the exemption. It'll be able to enter India without really making much investments. There's hardly any investment.